We got picture, baby. We are live. Let's go. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading threes blockchains every single day. And we are back for another market update today, guys. The market's been kind of wild, let me tell you. The market has been kind of wild. Nonetheless, we are here to cover what has been happening overall in the markets as of today. We had Bitcoin pumping up. We had Bitcoin jumping down. Right now, earlier today, as you guys can see here in the Bitcoin chart, we overnight throughout the London and during the Asia and London trading sessions, we came all the way up to the value area high of the previous day range, got rejected, fell down. We had a bit of a sweep here. It looked like things were going to take back off, and then we came down to sweep that liquidity grab, and down we came all the way down to our macro gold pocket here for the week, right? This is the weekly gold pocket down at $105,541. This was a critical area here that I've been telling you guys about. That said, hey, if we're gonna pull down, right, if we lose this area, we're gonna be coming down to this gold pocket. And so far, so good. We came down to the gold pocket, took the long here. We went long out this gold pocket here, and we're up currently about 300 something bucks, maybe 250 bucks now with this slight little bit of pullback. But overall, right, if we lose this gold pocket, if this gold pocket is broken, our last line of defense here for this week is 104,951, which is the value area low for the previous week range. This is the entire previous week range for Bitcoin. Outside of that, we lose this area and we're coming down to $101,868 for Bitcoin, which is a major pullback for Bitcoin nonetheless. And this is it. This is the last line of defense. If 101 doesn't hold, if we lose this gold pocket, we lose this value area low, and we come down to this previous week low and daily MPOC, and it doesn't hold, 96 to 90,000 has just said, hey, here I come, right? So we need to be very careful. Meanwhile, we hold this gold pocket, we should be good. I do expect Bitcoin to continue rallying up higher. Maybe we do a little bit more sweeping sideways, right? Maybe you'll see some action like this where we kind of chop here before we blast off. But nonetheless, I am expecting for Bitcoin to take off from this gold pocket. And I've ready myself. I took a long, and we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I appreciate everybody jumping in, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys are watching anywhere else, you guys already know I've been kind of AFK for a little bit, and the reason for that being is my TikTok was attacked by a spammer, and literally I was blackmailed to pay them $5,000, or if not, they were going to continue reporting my account and get it banned. I refused to pay, and guess what? Here I am with a brand new TikTok. Starting back from over, lost an account that had over 70,000 followers. And now we're back over here grinding it to get it back up. So I appreciate everybody in here. I appreciate everybody smashing those likes. We're going to be jumping into different altcoins. Up next on the list, besides Bitcoin, we're going to be taking a look here at a goodie, one that people have been very curious about lately, one that just does not seem to stop pumping. And the name of that is called 𝗭𝗢𝗢𝗫 Network. Right, it is currently up 39.8% just today, 139% on the week, 449% on the month. Yeah, it's wild. This thing is astronomically wild, sitting at a market cap of 557 million, and it's not even at a penny. It is at a little bit over half a penny, a little bit at over half of 1 penny. So a lot of people here are talking about a $2 𝗭𝗢𝗢 already. People have been talking about $2 𝗭𝗎𝗢. Let me tell you, let me crush your dreams right now. 𝗭𝗎𝗢 is not going to go to $2. 𝗭𝗎𝗢 is not going to go to $1, right? You will be astronomically lucky if 𝗭𝗎𝗢 goes to 2 pennies, right? So be very careful here with a lot of hopes and dreams on this massive rally that it's already been happening. It's almost 500% the last month. So let's go take a look at the chart here for 𝗭𝗎𝗢. And what is it that I'm looking for 𝗭𝗎𝗢 to do? I know it's pump only, right? It's up only, up only, up only. But let me tell you, man, that up only at some point, it's going to have to correct. At some point, it's going to have to pull back. So right here on the 1 hour, I was warning the Crypto Citadel about 𝗭𝗎𝗢 yesterday, or I should say maybe it was earlier this morning. My days all blurred together. Yeah, earlier this morning, I made a post in the Crypto Citadel, my private community, about 𝗭𝗎𝗢 and this uptrend and how it continues this uptrend. We should continue to see upside, right? We did have a little bit of a dip into below this uptrend here around 0.055, which was a nice little dip to get into before taking off. I really wanted to see a retest of this Monday high, previous day high as support, but we didn't get that far as this is in a very massive, strong uptrend, right? But like I said, it's all fun and games. Meanwhile, the trend is your friend. The minute the trend is no longer your friend, this thing is going to pull back. This thing is up over 500, 600% in the last 3 months. If you caught that massive rally, if you're one of those people that got into ZBEC before the massive 300, 400% rally in the last month, if I were you, if that was me, this is what I would be doing. Not financial advice, but I would be taking profits. I would be pulling out. Step number one, pull out my initial investment. If I'm up 500% on a whether spot or a trade, I am pulling out my initial investment. It just makes no sense to keep your initial investment in there and put it at risk. At some point, it is going to pull back, right? So take out your initial, reuse that capital to maybe allocate to a different altcoin, a different thing, continue to grow your portfolio, do with it whatever you want. At that point, you have de-risked yourself to 0% chance of losing money. You will not lose money if you pull out your initial. On top of that, if I'm up 500%, right, in a month, I'm going to be pulling out at least 25% profits. I'm going to pay myself. Why? Because the only people that go broke are the people that don't pay themselves. So I would definitely be taking some profits off the table and just letting it ride. Now, if you're not in ZBEC, like myself, I will be waiting for a pullback. I can be patient. Let it ride. We saw something very similar with Onyx Coin, a massive rally, very aggressive. Lots of people probably FOMO'd at the very tip top, and then it came crashing down, and then it gave better opportunities for people later down the line. So even though you don't believe it's going to pull back, even though you're buying into the FOMO, I'm not going to chase the FOMO. I'm not going to chase the FOMO. I will let it come back. If it doesn't come back and we don't see a retest of this 0.0047 where there's a gold pocket, there's daily untapped averages, previous week range, yada, yada, yada. If we don't see a dip, that's fine. I'll keep waiting. There'll be another ZBEC at some point in time somewhere else where I will have another opportunity. Now, I will be waiting for a dip. I will be waiting for ZBEC to come back down below this previous day high to at least retest this 0.0053. If 0.0053 doesn't get retested, I'm telling you, I'm going to be very surprised if we don't get a retest of this high before a continuation to the upside. There's always a retest. There's always a pullback for a better opportunity to jump in. Right now, ZBEC is going up and away, but at some point, it's going to pull back. I'm letting you guys know. Shafi says, can you check Uni, please? Yes, we can. Sack Nasty in the house. What's going on, Sack Nasty? Let's go take a look at Uniswap. So Uniswap is one that we've been tracking in the Crypto Citadel quite closely. We were in a swing trade with it. Some of the members are still in the swing trade. I myself am not. But currently, overall, Uniswap here had a nice little breakout last night along with Ethereum, right? Ethereum broke out, tried to make a run past 2,711. Obviously, Bitcoin pulled back today. Ethereum pulled back as well, still sitting around 2,650. And Uniswap came all the way up to about 769 before pulling back down into the previous day range, which kind of sucks. It kind of gave up all of its gains. But overall, meanwhile, we hold above $6.61 for Uniswap. I do still believe in the long term, right? We zoom out here. In the long term, let me turn some of these indicators off. In the long term, we are going to come up here to 875, 922, right? These are the next targets within the Q1 range. At some point in time, we're going to do this. We're going to come up here. Now, we're having a very strong pullback today on the daily. People might be getting scared, looking to create, it looks like it's created a little bit of a double bottom here. People that are into patterns or whatever. But meanwhile, we're holding above 661. I am still bullish on Uniswap. Overall, in the long term, if Ethereum is going to rally and start making a run for $4,000 or higher, there's just no way that Uniswap doesn't follow that. And yesterday was a perfect example. Ethereum broke out yesterday. Right? We jump over to the Ethereum chart here. Let's jump down to the 1 hour chart. Last night around 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern time, Ethereum broke out of its previous day range and broke out above the 2711 monthly point of control, right? We came all the way up as high as 2787, got rejected, started to come back here, finding support. But guess what? Bitcoin started to pull back, started to drag down the altcoins, and Ethereum came down as well. But, you know, it wasn't a massive drop for Ethereum. Ethereum has been holding up here pretty well, getting ready for that big push to the upside. So I do believe Ethereum is going to make a rally for this 2900. We do have a macro gold pocket. We zoom out here to the 4 hour. We do have a macro gold pocket. Let me go out to the daily here. Yeah. We do have a larger term gold pocket along with some other targets, yearly pivot, give or take. Other targets up here at 3100 that I'm looking for Ethereum after we break out of the Q1 range, right? Now, that being said, those targets to the upside are the areas that I'm looking for Ethereum in the short term, and there's just no way that Ethereum can rally to 29, even 3100, and Uniswap doesn't go up to at least 875. That just makes absolutely no sense in my mind, and that's just the way I see it. So let's see here. Ayo, what's going on? Ayo in the house, what's going on? Let's go take a look here. Says, so what should we be expecting from Bitcoin? Because it pulled back already to 105K today. Yeah, Ayo. So Bitcoin right now has pulled back, right? We lost this support. We were talking about it earlier this morning. We were talking about it late last night as well, about this support here. I really did think this support was going to hold when we had this big 1 hour candle push all the way back up. You know, but we lost it. We lost here. I did take the long, hoping that we were going to go. Sorry about that. Hoping that we were going to go higher, but we didn't, and we lost it. And that's okay, because I had a game plan. My game plan was that if we lose this area, there's a gold pocket down here that I was looking for to go long. And guess what? I went long at this gold pocket. So far, so good. Currently, I am up about 250, maybe $300 on this long to the upside for Bitcoin here at this gold pocket. Now, it's not just going to be skyrocket to the upside. Like I said earlier, we could see some sideways chop here later today and throughout the night before really starting to have a big move to the upside. So we need to be aware of that. We're going to be creating the new previous day low around here. This is going to be the area around. So if we sweep this area again, we sweep the previous day low, which is also this gold pocket, I am expecting for Bitcoin to make a big push to the upside, targeting at least 109 to 110, right? Back to the upside. So I am very bullish here overall. We have pretty much almost rotated the full previous week range. As you guys can see here, this is the previous week range for Bitcoin. And currently we have come all the way down to the gold pocket of the previous week range, from its previous week low to the previous week high, right? This is the gold pocket, and we've come down to it right now, which is a good level for support. And so far it has been playing out. When will it reach new all-time high, Pale Vision? Man, I wish I could tell you the exact day and time, because if I could tell you that, I would be a multi-millionaire. So I don't know when exactly it's going to happen, but this is a good area to be looking for a long. This is a good area to be going, you know, for the longer term for Bitcoin to push back up to the upside. If we don't push up here, if we lose this area, right, our last line of defense is 101,868, which is the previous week low and an untapped daily NPLC. If we come down to that area, that's the last line of defense before Bitcoin pushes down to 96, potentially 90,000. Right now, we're holding this gold pocket. Meanwhile, this holds. We're solid, and I think we're going to keep it heading higher. ETH entry now stop under 2,600. CRV is good. Can see? Let me read more chat. Can you check out ETH, please? Yeah, B Bob, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Let me see. I'm seeing anything else in the chat. No, I think the chat is looking good right now. So let's go take a look at Solana. Solana here on the 1 hour also kind of just stayed within the previous day range most of the day today, and then came down, lost the previous day low, lost the Monday low, came down, hit this monthly NPLC, and we came down almost to the value area low of the previous week range as well. We came down as low as 165. If we don't start moving back up here pretty soon and start rotating this range to the upside, next targets to the downside will be 161 to 158. But obviously, if Bitcoin starts recovering like I'm expecting it to do with that gold pocket, I'm expecting Solana to do the same here and also start pushing up to the upside. The good thing about that is that also with Ethereum, back to Ethereum here, is that Ethereum held very, very well. We only had a very slight pullback at all from the very top here of 2788 to this bottom. We only pulled back 6%, not a major pullback at all, even though Bitcoin has had a larger pullback overall. Very, very good that Ethereum is holding support here, showing strength and getting ready for that big push to the upside. I think 2,900 is a lot closer than people expect it to be. A lot closer than people expect it to be. I appreciate everybody in here. I appreciate you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Like I said, if you guys are new here, this is my new channel on TikTok. Obviously not on the other social media platforms, but on TikTok, this is my new channel, as my previous channel did get banned from a scammer blackmailing me and mass reporting my account. So here we are grinding and growing this thing back up to the top. So I appreciate everybody joining in here. Anybody got any questions, make sure you're dropping it into the chat. I'm here to answer as many questions as I possibly can for everybody. So make sure that you guys are always asking questions. Bro, can you take a look at Pepe, please? Let's go take a look at good old Pepe. Pepe here, let's see, is not really doing too much. It's up 54% in the last month, down 3% in the week. Up 0.1% today, sitting at $5.81 billion market cap. So let's go take a look at here at good old Pepe. All right, let me load up Pepe's chart. Let me jump out to the daily. Let me turn this indicator off. So Pepe overall, let me get rid of some of these yellow lines. So Pepe has pretty much rotated the Q1 range, broken out of the Q1 range, and we've been kind of bouncing off this 382 gold, this 382 fib and value area high. They line up exactly of the Q1 range. So we're finding support at 1226, right? 1226 is the support for Pepe right now. If we lose that, we could be dropping a lot lower, down to its gold pocket, down of 0922. Now, that's not going to be great, but, you know, that is, hopefully we continue to hold support here at 1226. If we do, our next target to the upside for Pepe is 1741. 1741 is the next target to the upside. Let me see. Is this gold pocket accurate? I want to make sure this gold pocket is accurate. Yep. So macro gold pocket to the upside here is 2029. 2029 is the gold pocket, which lines up with the January value area high as well, which was strong resistance. So those are the targets to the upside. This is the support for Pepe's 1226. If we lose 1226 for Pepe, could be dropping down to 0922. But overall, meanwhile, we continue to consolidate here. Most likely, we're going to come up to this monthly NPLC of 1741 for Pepe. Any other altcoin requests here in the chat? Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. The chat is going by pretty fast sometimes. So Dennis, there you go. Covered up Pepe for you. If you have any other ones, you do Quant already. Johnny Flowers, what's going on? Let's go take a look at Quant real quick. Quant. All right. Let's jump down. Let me see here. All right, so Quant right now currently has been pretty much hitting the value area high of the Q1 range, right? It's been hitting the Q1 range value area high at 115, facing some resistance there. We do have targets to the upside of 124 and 141 to the upside for Quant. Quant has entered this big blue zone that you guys see back here. That is a historical longer term range. We do have some targets to the downside between 109 to 101 for Quant if we have a slight pullback, which lines up with the value area low of this larger time frame range. So if we do come down, I'm looking for 101 to be the minimum support. We don't want to be dropping below that. But right now, once we can flip 115 into flip that resistance into support, our first target to the upside is 124. Our second target to the upside is 141. If before potentially running it up to about 163, which is the value area high of this historical range, and then going back to some historical targets between 174 to 193 for quant. There you guys have your quant analysis for the day. Nathan K says, hi, what's going on, Nathan Day? Well, no problem, Dennis. I'm always here to help. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Let's see here. It says fetch or Tau. I'm very bullish on BitTensor Tau. I like fetch. I'm not as bullish on fetch as I am on BitTensor Tau. And just BitTensor Tau. BitTensor Tau has been performing very, very strongly. Fetch has been more of a, after that big merger, kind of lost a lot of its steam, lost a lot of its luster. Don't really know what happened there, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So if we take a quick look at fetch first. That's right. Fetch is ASI Alliance. It's only up 24% on the month, down 0.8% on the week. Let's go take a quick look at Fetch's chart. So Fetch AI is in a strong uptrend as well overall since it bottomed out in April, right? It bottomed out in April, is making higher lows. This is the low, higher low, which is good. We're going through we're rotating the range of the Q1, right? The next big target for Q1 is to the upside of 114, right? Once we get above that, we have a target of 121 to 131, and we have a macro gold pocket up at 154 with a yearly untapped pivot of 175 for Fetch. Now, if we start to lose this point of control here of 84 cents, we could be coming down to 67 cents as the next support zone to the downside if we start to drop down. That's Fetch. Let's go take a look at BitTensor Tau. BitTensor Tau. So BitTensor Tau, been very bullish on this. I was buying a lot of BitTensor Tau down around the 180, 170. We have come back above the April range. We have pretty much rotated the entire Q1 range as well. And we've hit resistance, right? We hit this red zone here of resistance between 439 to about 482, which I expected to be resistance. It was the Q1 NPOC for 2025. It's the value area high. It's a few other little, it's the value area low for the Q1 range, for the Q4 range. So right now, meanwhile, we hold the 389. We're holding support for BitTensor Tau. We lose 389. We're probably going to be coming down to 342, worst case 304. This is going to be a big buying area for me. Anything below 304, I'm buying heavily on BitTensor Tau. Now, targets to the upside for BitTensor Tau is 523 to 545. And then last target before going price discovery is 617 for BitTensor Tau. I just saw your take profit video. What's going on, Ed? Appreciate it. Always got to take profits, man. If you don't take profits, you definitely go broke. But you never go broke taking profits. But people don't want to give up. People don't want to give up. People don't want to take profits because they don't want to. They have FOMO. They have this like unrealized fear that I could make so much more. But it's like take profits or, oh, it could 10x. Like, yes, it could 10x. But if you don't take profit now, you could run the risk of it running all the way back and you lose all your money. Can you look at Hype, please? Yes, Hype, aka Hyperliquid, right? Hyperliquid has been doing very, very well here overall, up 73% on the month, down 0.6% on the week, down 3.9% today, sitting at $32. So let's go take a look at Hyperliquid here. Hyperliquid. Not hype. Let's go to KuCoin. All right. So not too much charting here on KuCoin, but we pretty much bottomed out in April, just like everything else. We've broken this gold pocket here of $30. We're currently having a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see, where is this gold pocket from this low to this high? Right now, support to the downside is about $28, the 382. If that doesn't hold, then potentially somewhere between $22 to $20 would be the next area of support. Worst case, we come down to $16 to the now to the upside. Once we get above $42, right, the 1-to-1, our next targets are $51.55, and the gold pocket to the upside is about $62 to $63 to the upside for Hyperliquid. I need to find a better chart. There needs to be a better chart with more data on Hyperliquid than KuCoin that just has from the beginning of December. Let's see here. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with me here. Pengu. Mar wants to look at Pengu. Pudgy Penguins. Pudgy Penguin is up 6% this month. I thought they had a larger run. Oh well, month of May is pretty much almost over already. So yeah, in May it hasn't had a major run of any kind, but overall, it definitely has had a major run in April. So taking a look at Pengu here from December. Let's get Q1 data. Come on. All the way to the end of March. Boom. Let's get April. All right. Let's get some yearly. Let's get the quarterlies. We have an untapped quarterly. Let's get some monthlies as well. All right, just making the chart for Pengu right now. And we have a monthly to the downside here. Let's get a little gold pocket action. Nope. Just going to get it from this local high here in January. So right now for Pudgy Penguins, we could come back down to the practically the 1 cent area, right? The 1 cent level is a monthly. Come on now. The 1 cent area is a monthly average. Almost lines up with the value area high for April as well. We could come back down to about 1 penny. That would be an area of support. We definitely want to hold that. If we lose that, we can come down all the way down to half a penny, which would not be great. Now, targets to the upside, the quarterly average is sitting at practically 2 pennies, which is 0.019. We have a target above that as well at 2.5 cents. And then overall, the gold pocket is sitting at 0.031 for Pudgy Penguins. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. Let's go, Z-Beck Jr. Let's go, man. Yeah, Z-Beck is definitely doing pretty good. But let me tell you, can't just go up forever. There will be a moment where it drops, and you guys need to be ready for that. If you're not, you're gonna get hurt. If you're not, bro, can you look at WIF, please, Dennis? Yeah, 100%, man. Let's go take a look at WIF real quick. Jeez, got so many WIF. Right here, let's get rid of that. All right, so WIF right now overall, just a quick and dirty overall look here. WIF has front ran its monthly NPLC of 141. It's currently just chopping sideways above its quarterly average of $1.08. Staying above this area is important. If we lose $1.08, we could be coming down to 90 to 80 cents. Those are the next two big targets to the downside for WIF. Now, once we can get above 144, our next big targets for WIF to the upside is re-entering the Q4 range and those targets are between 233 to 279 to the upside for WIF. But you know, it really comes down to, can we break above 144 and start breaking above the January range of 165 to make a run for the $2 mark. Why aren't you at the Bitcoin conference? Dude, those Bitcoin conferences, they're fun, they're cool, but at the end of the day, they just cost a ton of money, and you're just going to hear a massive echo chamber. Everybody's bullish. Nobody's ever bearish. Nobody's ever looking at charts. No one's ever looking at data. Everybody's just there to boost their ego, to flex on each other. Look at my fancy suit. Look how much money I spent at, you know, this club or that club. Look how much I'm doing this. Look at this party. Look at that party. Everybody's just there to flex, and just waste a lot of money, waste a lot of time. There's no real alpha anywhere in those conferences. You're not going to speak to anyone that's going to give you any real alpha. I've personally have spoken to Michael Saylor before. I interviewed him at one of the Bitcoin conferences down in Miami about 2 years ago, long before he was very popular. He actually wasn't surrounded by a ton of security at that point in time. We actually were able to just walk up to him and talk to him. But nonetheless, I've been to plenty of conferences, and I've seen more than enough. You see one, you've seen all of them. It's everybody just flexing. It's cool to hang out with other creators. I like it. It's fun. But at the end of the day, I just had to make a choice. Go on a family vacation with my family and spend time with my family, or spend a ton of money getting on a flight, booking a hotel for a week, staying in Vegas, spending a bunch of money over there, or spending a bunch of money on a vacation with my family. So I just chose spending time with my family over flexing on people and showing off and wasting a bunch of money that is unnecessary, because it's not like you're going to get any alpha or any breakthrough, anything over there. It's just literally, you're not going to get anything out of it. You don't get a return on how much you spend on those conferences. So that's why I don't go to those conferences. Appreciate everybody in here. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. If you guys are not in the Crypto Citadel, my private community, I definitely urge you guys to go do so and join. You can get 50% off your first month with the code Citadel, right? You hit the code Citadel, you get 50% off your first month. And in there, you're going to be getting long-term targets, right? You get daily updates of everything that's happening in the crypto markets. You get macro targets as well, macro long-term analysis for people that are not day traders and are long-term holders. We do exclusive live streams and many more things in there as well. I also post trade signals in there as well. So make sure you guys are joining in the Crypto Citadel if you haven't already. Let's see here. I appreciate all of you guys coming out. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those. Did you mention how ZBEC chart looks for pullback? Yeah, I definitely looked at the ZBEC chart. Definitely going to be looking for a pullback on ZBEC. ZBEC here. Let me take a quick look here. Oh, wrong chart. Where is it? Here we go. So overall, ZBEC is in a strong uptrend here on the 1 hour, but at one point or another, we're gonna have to pull back. We're gonna have to retrace. There's a gold pocket sitting down here at around 447. Oh yeah, 0.0447. Definitely gonna be looking for a pullback for ZBEC. It's up over a ridiculous amount of money at this point in time. It's like 300% ZBEC. Yeah, ZBEC is up 437% on the month, 134% on the week, 31% today alone. This thing is going to have a pullback. Everyone that doesn't think it's going to have a pullback and it's just going to run forever is out of their minds. So definitely be looking for a pullback in ZBEC. Do not FOMO in. Do not buy at these all-time highs. I will definitely be waiting for a pullback myself before taking a position. I appreciate every single one of you guys coming out here, smashing those likes, hanging out with me. I'll see you guys in the Crypto Citadel. Until next